In today's video, we talk about the importance of incorporating pipe music into your daily life. Stay tuned. Well, hello, I'm Matt Willis Bagpiper, and on this channel I make videos to make you a stronger and more confident piper. If you like this kind of content, please think about giving the video a like, subscribing to the channel, and hitting that bell icon to be notified of when I post new videos. I also teach Skype and online lessons if you want more personalized instruction, but more on that later. So in today's video, we're going to talk about bagpipe music. Well, don't I talk about that in all my videos? Well, yes, I kind of do, but specifically, are you listening to enough bagpipe music? I'm often surprised when I discuss with my students what pipers they like, what pipe bands they love listening to, and so many of them like, I don't really know any, or I don't really listen to pipe music. And that's shocking. I think it's critical, not just for the beginning piper, but for pipers of all levels to just routinely make listening to Highland bagpipe music part of your just daily process of being. I think it's important to listen to great bagpipe music and hear what the great players out there can just express through a simple instrument with only 9 notes, but so much range of what you can do when properly played with great technique, great tone, and all of that. So if you did want to start incorporating more bagpipe music into your life, how can you go about doing this? Well, I've been collecting bagpipe CDs since the 90s, but that's not really salient to today's music listening experience, if you will. So while I have my iTunes opened up over here and I can scroll for days on the various bagpipe records I have, that's not terribly helpful for the modern player. So if you don't currently have a bagpipe tune collection, what are you going to do? Well, I've scoured the internet as best I could, and I promise you this is not a commercial for this product, even if it sounds like one, but I cannot find a larger or more comprehensive catalog of solo bagpiping and pipe band music than Apple Music. I'm not sponsored by Apple, and you could try it for 3 months for free and see for yourself exactly the width and depth of music that Apple Music does have on it. So yes, while I am on a Mac here, and I do use Apple software to create, the videos and the other products that I post, I'm not, again, sponsored by Apple. And Apple Music works on Android devices. It works on Windows computers. You can listen to Apple Music through other platforms. You don't have to be an Apple guy. So with that out of the way, let's go into Apple Music. I have my own personal iTunes catalog up right now. I'm going to go up to search, and I'm going to hit Apple Music, as you can see right there, and it brings up this window, and I've already done a bit of searching. It's probably going to ask you what genres you want to listen to, and not surprisingly, bagpipes weren't on there, so I did put some other artists and other styles of music I like to listen to, kind of get through whatever sign-up process you have to do quickly so we can get to the real work of finding pipe music here. Pause for some coffee out of my lovely Fred Morrison mug here. Thank you, Fred, again for the lovely mug. So speaking of Fred Morrison, he's as great of an artist to start searching for as any. So let's go in and type Fred Morrison. And it always helps if you spell his name correctly. Boom. And let's see what comes up. And you can see right here, many of his albums come up. We're going to come over to his Outlands album right here. And you can see the entire album is up and on here. That's all the taste you're going to get. I don't want the video copyright claimed or striked. Love you, Fred, but I'm going to have a lot of artists I'm talking about here. And there will be links below to a ton of different artists that are here on Apple Music, from Simon Fraser University to Fred Morrison. There'll be albums from Jack Lee and just a ton of stuff. So look for the links in the description below. But right here, we can go to Fred Morrison, and we can see about Fred Morrison, similar artists, and immediately we're kind of going down a pretty fun rabbit hole. We have Simon Fraser University right here, and again, look at the list of records they have right here. They have their 2009 Affirmation, they have Down Under from 2001, which has a fantastic P-Rock on there that they sing together. It's just absolutely phenomenal. We can look in there, and you can see the entire record is on here. You can listen to the whole thing. So yeah, it's a subscription package, but for the amount of bagpipe music you have available, I just couldn't find this, one, anywhere else with this much variety, and two, that it's so easy to find and organize. YouTube music, I mean, I'm a YouTube guy. YouTube music has quite a lot of bagpiping on it, but I didn't find the interface was terribly well thought out or easy to use to find the kind of music I wanted to listen to. So we're down here. We can see now, we can go to the 78th Fraser Highlanders here. Double click on that. And we can see, boom, we have their records. We got their great music. You have Bruce Gandy solo set. It just keeps going. Field Marshal Montgomery right here. One of their records, their debut from 2015 right here. And again, we click on that. We can see it has all 12 tracks from the CD right here. Let's go back to the initial Fred Morrison search. See over here, we have Victoria Police Pipe Band. So I've kind of gone down from Fred Morrison to a lot of pipe band things. But what about the solo artists? Well, let's go up here and type in, I don't know, how about Willie Mccallum? And just like that, we have several Winter Storm records in particular here that are coming up with Willie Mccallum playing at the Winter Storm. But again, fantastic records, great pipers from all over in one concert, the Winter Storm. I can't wait for this to get back up and going after all of this stuff we've been having to deal with in 2020 and 2021. We have the Pipers of Distinction right here, a young William Mccallum from 1989 playing his music right here. And again, it's the whole track. It's everything you need to listen to. What about Gordon Duncan? And just like that, you can see Gordon Duncan. You got his Thunderstruck record right here. You go over, you have Just for Seamus. Just recently learned the story of how that one got its name. The Circular Breath. So look at the width and breadth of pipe music you have available right here. What about Pibroch? Just by looking up the word Pibroch, it brings up the classic Pibroch record. I've listened to this thing. I can't believe my CD's not worn out. I've listened to that thing so many times. But you can see tons of examples of other Pibroch, like right there, Alistair Gillies, his Pibroch. I'm not even sure which one it is. It just says Pibroch. So even just typing a simple word like Pibroch brings up a huge number of different tunes. What if we bring up a specific tune? Let's say we want to look up Desperate Battle of the Birds. Let's see what comes up if we actually look up that particularly. Right here we have Roddy McLeod and Craig Muirhead. Just looking up that one specifically, let's just look up Desperate Battle. And see here we get John Burgess, King of the Highland Bagpipers from 1993. Ton of tunes here just by looking up Desperate Battle of the Birds right there. 10 minutes, 45 seconds, the full Pibroch. You can listen to the master players playing the music we love so much that we as pipers are trying to learn and emulate and just embody in our own playing. And there's just no better way to do it than regularly and routinely making bagpipe music part of your life. So when you're doing dishes, when you're taking a shower, when you're driving to work, if you still have to drive to work, if you're going for a walk around the neighborhood, I have a set of Shure ES215 earphones. These are Bluetooth. They're not very expensive anymore. When I first reviewed these in one of my practice videos, they were like $150 or $200. I think they're less than $100 now. They pair easily and they work as sound protection as well when you're playing your Highland pipes. A great way to get a metronome in your ears. But here is an option, wireless, that works great, dual purpose. Again, you can use it as earplugs and hearing protection while you're practicing, but you can also use it when you're, again, going for a walk, doing things in your life, just having the music on. Just put one ear in if you need to so you can talk to your family and loved ones about what else might be going on. So maybe turn off the news cycle for a little bit and put on some great Highland bagpiping. It's going to make you happier, I promise. So again, in the description below, there'll be a link to a ton of artists, but it's certainly not all-encompassing. But I implore you, give Apple Music a try. It's free for the first 90 days, and you can go through and see if it's a good fit for you and if it has the music you want to listen to. But again, it has the largest collection of pipe music I've seen. Now, if you know of a larger one or an easier accessible one or a cheaper one, please comment below with your thoughts on where you go to listen to your pipe music. And I really am talking about streaming services here. We don't really have ready access to CD players and such anymore. So short of ripping those onto your hard drive like I did through the 90s and early aughts, it's kind of hard to get bagpipe music in that way. Maybe even have something like the Kildares and Challenger, just to, I don't know, maybe bring up a little bit of something I might have contributed to. Or Rathmore and Morrison brings up Morrison's Jig and our EP there, Mooncoin. So some stuff on there to listen to for a little bit of a variety in your piping. And an album you definitely want to check out, Victoria Police Master Blaster, is one of the greatest albums of all time when it comes to pipe band music. If you ask me, I wanted to make sure I included that record. But so many here. Now we have the World Pipe Band Championships where you can hear the best pipe bands in the world live in the day, on the field, on Glasgow Green, playing. So just such an enormous variety of music to listen to. Again, it seems like a commercial. I promise again, not sponsored in any way by Apple here, but a great selection of fantastic music, easy to find, not all that expensive. I think it's worth the money to have access to a library like this that it could be on my phone, it could be on my iPad, it could be on my computer. It's accessible any place I have internet. So, and that's pretty much everywhere in the world now. So if you're not currently listening to pipe music, I implore you, find ways to incorporate listening to this great instrument into your life. And I recommend a width and variety. Find what you like. Do you like the solo players? Do you like the band players? Do you like more progressive Celtic rock sounds? There's a ton of options out there, but it's important that we, again, strive to be the players that we hear. It's important that we have a model in our mind's ear of what the pipes are really supposed to sound like. The resonance of the drones, the crispness of the technique, the musicality of the playing. And in this time where it's difficult to get to festivals and it's difficult to get to concerts and places where you can hear live piping, it's even more critical right now that we do something like incorporate more recorded bagpipe music into our daily lives. Well, thank you so much for watching, everybody. If you got something out of the video, please think about giving it a like, subscribing to the channel, and hitting that bell icon to be notified of when I post new videos. I also have a Patreon where as little as $1 a month goes a really long way. You'll see names of folks scrolling up right now, and a special shout out to Miss Carrie Tresek. She is a top tier supporter of the channel here. I'd love to add your name to this list. You often get perks like early access to videos and other things, so go check that out. Head over to my Patreon page. I also teach Skype and online lessons. Go ahead and head over to www.commandyourbagpipe.com or email me at the address you see here, and we'll get you going. I'm working with folks from all over the planet, and I hope to work with you soon. Well, again, thank you for watching, everybody. I'm Matt Willis Bagpiper, and until next time, cheers.